So I just want to make people aware. Hopefully they click this video and click this channel, like follow my name. But so I posted on Bright Insight, Jimmy Corsetti's channel, that Ben Davidson's a fraud. Now Jimmy knows that I have posted a video debunking his Atlantis theory, and he is unwilling to retract that because he's gotten famous and he's gotten on Joe Rogan podcast. I systematically dismantled it. I'm not from the mainstream. I'm not in academia. I've written papers exposing the peer review cult. I'm the legit deal. I don't get any money or fame for doing this. I just do it because of the passion for the science and the scientific method. All right, that's fair enough. If Jimmy doesn't want people knowing that I've already debunked him and that he's embarrassing himself with this Rishat theory of Atlantis. That's one thing. But then he goes off and he's defending Ben Davidson because he'd like to court the cult leader. I assume there's a lot of money in running cults. So here's the deal. I have papers debunking not just him, but also Ben Davidson. I have two debunking Ben Davidson. I am not super anti Ben Davidson. He's another one of those who's a coward. I've challenged him to debates. He's afraid of me. What can you do? Ben Davidson is a lawyer. What he did, buying out Billy Yelverton's lab and shutting it down, is anathema. It's evil, destroying a man's work. How he tried to take over the Thunderbolts project in the 2017 conference, it was cringy. It was inappropriate. And the way that he's defrauding people by selling tickets. I mean, if the catastrophe is coming, the last place you would want to be is a place known for having catastrophes in the recent past. Ben Davidson is a charlatan. He loves taking credit for other people's stuff. The things that were his ideas, I cite those things. And when I say his ideas, of course, that's a little bit tongue in cheek because he was working with Kung Pop Yen at the time. And I have a whole lot of more things to say, but you can just read the videos. So if you go to the latest episode of The Pulse, in the comments, you'll see the three papers debunking these guys. I am Altstream. EPMC is an open source, peer review cult free standard for the whole world. Okay, it is totally open for everybody to use. The extensions in plasma electromagnetic cosmology enable you to study many things, including archaeology, geology, without having to kowtow to the Egyptologists. However, people who are commenting, they think I'm not replying to the calls for evidence because Jimmy is erasing comments. He's a charlatan and a scoundrel, folks. He's exposing himself, and I've got the text evidence in the comment section. So don't trust people who make bunches of money to get famous promoting quack science, whether they're Terrence Howard or Jimmy Corsetti or anybody else. I don't hate Jimmy Corsetti, but he's not a scientist, and he is obviously a coward and a scoundrel, and he is afraid to have an open debate. I don't know who this Flint Dibble guy is. People say, "Oh, okay, Flint Dibble." From what I can tell, he's a mainstream archaeologist and geologist. I've got papers showing that shiprock can't be 28 million years old. Don't conflate the things. Don't conflate one thing for another. This isn't about flat earths or anything like that. This is about honest science, honest alt-stream science that doesn't lie to you. You want people to lie to you? Why get some fake like Jimmy Corsetti or some cult leader like Ben Davidson, who I have documented mistreats his own followers? Just go back to the mainstream. If you want somebody to tell you how to think, if you want somebody to just give you answers without following the scientific method, then go off and trust those guys or join one of the CIA psyops like Quora.com, and you can go ask all sorts of questions. If you are really seeking answers, then you've got to start doing the research yourself. You have to read. Those who cannot read and those who do not read are basically in the same place. If you don't read, you're no better off than those who cannot read. Best of luck. It's up to you. I've already given you 200 papers, 12,000 pages of work. I've given you enough to go for hundreds of years into the future. So I'm going to get back to doing revolutionary stuff and really just far more interesting science instead of just guessing. Oh, look, it's concentric rings. It must be Atlantis.